So I want to remind you guys that, no matter what anybody says, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you think of yourself or anything like that, just remember, like, you have a unique beauty to yourself, a unique, if you're a guy, a unique handsomeness, I suppose, about yourself. And this is not necessarily vestigial. This is not like what your hair looks like. This is not what your skin looks like. This is not what your clothes look like. This is not any of that. This is how your inward personality is perceived from your outward appearance. And it's the sort of thing where everybody has their own unique beauty about them, and you need to remember that you're as attractive as that beauty is. That part of you that is you, that everybody can see from the outside, and you want to remember that at any given time, it's the sort of thing where there are a lot of people that struggle with this one. In fact, oftentimes the ones that struggle with this in particular, with understanding this concept, are often the ones that kind of go out of their way to maybe make others not feel great about themselves and stuff like that. And so it's because they don't understand how to feel comfortable about themselves, how to feel good about themselves, so that's what it comes from. It comes from, I don't know, maybe they go home and they have, somebody that makes them feel insecure at home, and so therefore they never feel a certain way about themselves. Or maybe they go to school, or they go wherever they go to work or whatever, and people make them feel this way about themselves, so therefore they're going through a rough time or something like that. And it's the sort of thing where this is what friends are actually for. It's almost like people have forgotten kind of what friends are for. Friends aren't just there to ride or die. Like, that's probably one friend, right? They're not there to pester in the middle of the night. They're not there to this or that. They're literally there as your support system. They know who you are. They believe in you, and they're there to back you up. And so it's almost as if, like, people have forgotten kind of how to do this. Almost like people kind of almost expect things. You know what I mean? Like different things, and so like it's just unrealistic expectations. And now you want to be friends with somebody, and it's almost like they expect things out of you. So that has no place in being friends with anybody. It's you that decides to be friends with that person. You that decides to continue communicating with this person. And if they're not good for you, then they're not good for you. It's that simple. So just remember that anybody that isn't supportive of you, and You know, like just regularly people kind of almost bring you down. You don't really want to talk to them. You don't really want to interact with them. These are people you should cut out of your life. They're people that make you feel a certain way. You know, it's like when somebody instead of lifting you up, it's like when somebody chooses to point something out that's negative. Maybe it's not even true. Maybe like essentially they're just bullying you and they see you this way, because the point is they're the bully and they're only going to see you in a negative way. So now they're intentionally pointing out what they see from their perspective, because again, they see an imperfect person. They're looking at all these other people and comparing you to them. So they're just going to point out this one negative thing that they see from their perspective. And again, they're just the bully. You know, they're the person choosing to look at it like this instead of looking at you the way that you should be looked at. You know, like a person. And be treated too. You know, like you deserve to be treated respectfully. And not be made fun of in public, around other people, and not, you know, made to be made a fool of. And that's it. It's that simple. And there's a lot of folks these days that don't understand this, that don't know how to friend anymore, that don't know how to be supportive anymore. And it sort of seems like all they really do is talk about you. Is talk about you. It's toxic. It's not helpful. They just literally talk about you. Yeah, this is like everybody. This is like modern day. Everybody needs a social media topic. It's unacceptable. Kind of like the fact that somebody would need to spam chat just for attention. You know what I mean? Like the fact that somebody would actually need, the fact that they would come in here and actually feel like they need to be seen that badly, that they type it this many times. Like, yeah, like clearly this person, has some problems, and they shouldn't be even in the chat. They should be dealing with those problems. Like they're just coming in chat because they have some sort of problem with, wanting to be seen. See? So the moment I point out that they have some sort of problem where they want to be seen because they're typing hi a bunch of times, they resort to insults, telling me to shut up, that sort of thing, name calling. Yeah, I mean, like clear, like right here it is. Marco Farina, right here. Marco Farina. There you go. Marco Farina in my chat said hi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And when I pointed out that they just needed attention, that they have a problem, they shouldn't be in chat, they need attention, that they're coming here for the wrong reason, they tell me to shut up, fat ass. Call me a fat ass and tell me to shut up. It's literally in chat right there. So like this is a real issue that like people just can't get over. Like it's everybody. It's kind of like everybody wants to be seen in the right, even though they're not. So like for example, I just saw a short of like a really big content creator giving a big tip to somebody. Nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, what's wrong with that? Here's the problem. Why are you going to give a big tip to somebody? How are you going to give a big tip to somebody? And then after you give them this big tip, you take your live stream and you record their reaction. So then you did this for views. You didn't do this to give the lady a $10,000 or $2,000 tip. You did it for views. This is literally why you did it. You didn't do it to give the teacher a $2,000 tip. You did it so that you could feel good about yourself for giving her the tip, and then show it to everybody on. You could have easily given her the same tip, walked away, and told us about it. Recorded her from outside the window, her response and stuff. You don't have to stand there and get a fucking cookie. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't gotta do that. Yeah, it's like the homeless people, the people that literally will put a homeless person in front of a camera just to give them food and stuff. What's wrong with you? But maybe that person didn't want to be on camera, and now you're offering them $2,000 they can't refuse. They sort of have to. I think that's really screwed up, and I think that some folks that are on this platform that are content creators don't understand how the world works, and are so drifted from the rest of the middle class and have so much money at this point because everybody just gives them money all the time, and they don't deserve it. They really don't. They just fucking give it away. Again, not to give it away, but for views. So that's my 2 cents on that. And yeah, I mean, like, any one of these content creators that saw what I was going through could have reached out and helped out, and just flat out didn't. They flat out didn't. You know, I'm a tax-paying citizen too. Yeah, I've worked many jobs too. Literally when I was teaching martial arts, I was going to college and working full time. I literally didn't sleep for an entire year. So go fuck yourself. Yeah, I need that. Actually fucking recording somebody's response when you give them a $2,000 tip. How about just not do that? Yeah, so anyway, I think it's bad form. That's all. Yeah, I mean, like, you want to help somebody, help them. Don't sit there and give yourself a cookie for helping them at the same time. There was this one time, I was at a convenience store, and I'm standing there, and I didn't have very much money left, but I knew I was getting paid soon. And I'm sort of standing there, and the ladies are talking to each other, and I'm paying for like my coffee and my gas and yada yada yada. And the other lady is talking to the other lady, and she's saying about how, like, she doesn't know how she's gonna buy herself lunch or something like that because she had to, like, pay for something for her kids, and, like, she didn't get paid from her other job yet or something like that, and she didn't even really, like, sleep between her. She was, like, literally just, like, sort of kind of talking about this low-key. And basically she needed money, but she didn't have any. She was basically talking about how, like, she wished that they were getting paid and stuff like that. And I'm standing there, and I had a 20 in this hand, and I was finished giving them my change. And so I'm looking at this hand, and I'm like, well, I get paid soon. So, I mean, if I gave this to her, she would be better, she would be okay, and I'd be fine. Like, it wouldn't really affect me. So just gave it to her. I was like, here you go. I was like, here. I was like, you need food for lunch? How much is that? I asked her how much, like, her food would cost or something like that. I just handed her the 20. I was just like, get food. Like, you're literally working a shift and you can't eat. That's pretty sad when I'm willing to give you money and the manager that runs the store that you're working at won't help you. That's pretty sad. So here. And so, like, I gave her a 20. I didn't record it. I didn't ask for views. I didn't tell her I was a creator, and literally I just went on my way. That's it. Yep. It must be nice to have just randomly $2,000 around to sit there and brag about giving to a waitress for content. Must be nice. Yeah, this is what's stupid. Is the people that think that they're super nice and stuff like that. It's not that nice when you're recording it for content. Okay? So, I mean, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. I mean, I could have just easily given it to her, not recorded the content. Yeah, yet they're recording it. Why? Yeah, it must be nice. Yeah, that's the point. I would stage that shit too. Yeah. Except the difference is, I wouldn't record. I wouldn't, like, stand there and tell them and stuff like and the crazy thing is she did it digitally. She didn't have to do that. It's not like she left it on the table and she had to tell them because somebody would take it. No, she did it digitally and, like, put it on the screen and then, like, filmed the lady's reaction. It's like, can we get any more fake? Listen, man, you want to give people some money, give people some money and be nice. But, like, go outside and film that shit or something. Like, be sneakier about it. don't stand there and force the person to like have a reaction. I think that's a little messed up. I really wish if people needed rides, they wouldn't fucking call me 20 minutes before I start my shift. I really wish if people needed rides, they wouldn't call me 20 fucking minutes before I start my shift. So now I'm going to start my shift late because somebody needs a ride. This was it's like you could have told me, you could have told now he's calling nonstop, acting like I can answer or something. So like you could have told me ahead of time, you could have told me any other time, but like literally telling me 20 minutes before I go, he's literally nonstop calling me. Telling me 20 minutes before my shift starts is like extremely rude. It's like so rude, it's not even funny. It's like intentionally setting you up to lose hours. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clock in and I'm gonna go pick him up because I am tired of losing hours because somebody else needs a fucking ride. I'm perfectly happy giving people rides, but you have my number. Why the hell can't you text me like a day ahead of time? Why the hell can't you let me know ahead of time? This shit's gotta stop. So I'm gonna clock in and get paid for this because I'm tired of it. I already like did this last week. I lost like $20 in gas, did it the last second. Like it's nearly not that big a deal, but when you make it a big deal, when you do it last minute and then you're like no. I'm gonna clock in and I'm gonna get paid. And I'm gonna be on the clock for that because that's unacceptable. You're taking my hours at this point. So sorry, not sorry. What do you expect me to say? Oh, be nicer. I think it's pretty nice. I could just say no. I think it's pretty nice. I could just say no. I'll bet you there's road construction up here too. So this is the point. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and not get paid for that. Yeah, like, cause I wouldn't have to drive all the way up. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if I knew ahead of time and I could have left earlier, but I didn't. This guy's just standing in the middle of the road. Yeah, I mean, I get that you're doing utility work and stuff like that, but you should have, like, flags. They don't have flags and stuff. They're just sort of standing there. And it's hard to see their hands. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to remind you guys that that's what I see in a lot of people. They have that problem. And it starts with sort of that thing that we talked about, where You know, people want to be recognized for helping and this and that and stuff like that. No, just be a friend. Be a good person. I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.